Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to my stream. You may not remember me. I've been on a vacation for 2.5 weeks now. Actually, I almost forgot how to stream. Like, going through all my steps and setting everything up. I'm like, oh my God. I forgot how to do this. It was a good vacation, though. Good vacation. I didn't even turn my computer on the whole time. That's right. I 100% disconnected. I wasn't checking emails. I wasn't on Twitter. Nothing. Not on YouTube. I wasn't doing anything. I just straight up played video games and watched shows. Did some house stuff. But yeah, it was a good vacation. So I think what happens when you stop streaming, people forget about you. So, you know what? I could be talking to an empty room right now. I don't even know. Is anyone there? Actually, is my audio okay? I probably should have checked that before I actually went live. If you can hear me okay and you're listening and you're watching, just type, yep. Oh, hey, Rob. Hey, good to see you. Awesome. Thanks for letting me know. Uber. Good to see you. Yeah. Once again, I should have checked my audio. I'm glad it worked out. But you know how things are. You don't turn a computer on for 2 weeks, and all of a sudden you turn it on, and it's got an update. Things don't work. But I'm glad it's working. So, like most people, when you come back from vacation, you have thousands of emails waiting for you. You have all this crap that you got to start just catching up, right? You're playing catch up. I got a crap ton of meetings this week. So during my stream today, you're going to help me catch up with some work. I got to do an API review on some new features we're adding to our to a xamDataTree control. And I want to knock out some Prism issues that were submitted while I was on vacation. So hopefully we'll get as much as that done as possible today. Yes, Rob, not answering any emails. Yeah, I'm a little overwhelmed, to be honest with you. The number of emails I got in 2.5 weeks. It's pretty freaking nuts, my friend. I'm almost tempted just to mark all as read. And if it was important, people would probably email me again. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Because it would take me all week of just sitting down and constantly replying to emails. Constantly. Just email. So I'm thinking select all, mark all as read. And if it's important, they'll email me again. That's kind of where I'm going. It's kind of where I'm going with this. Of course, I'll have to filter those emails by my boss. Right? If the email's from my boss, you better answer that one. Otherwise, ignore them, right? So, you know what? Let's go ahead and get into my work, shall we? Yes, you're going to help me work. First up, if I can find it. Yes, here it is. There is a sample app that I have to look at. And essentially, what this app does is, so we have this. Let me actually look at this. Okay, hold on. My team created a sample for me to look at. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and make a backup of it. Don't need that. And we'll uncomment this. Right? Yes, and comment this out. So essentially, what we're working on, what I'm looking at is new features being added to the xamDataTree control. Right? And so I was at a customer, I don't even remember when this was, November? I think it was November. I went to a customer, visited them on site, helped them with some Prism training and some Prism stuff. And they said, by the way, Brian, we have the xamDataTree control we're using. And it works. It's pretty cool. But the API could be a lot easier to use. dealing with drag and drop. So let's run this just as it is, right? Not with the new features I have to look at. Essentially, there's a lot of boilerplate code that you have to write for this control to get it to work. So, you know, I want to drag some stuff around, and depending on where I'm dropping, I want to see a particular drag drop template, right? In this case, it looks like black and red are what I'm looking at. Okay. And so the customer was using this behavior called a drag drop behavior. So if we look at that, what it does is, so we're attaching this behavior to the xamDataTree control, right? So that's the associated object on this behavior. So they're hooking into the node dragging start and node drag drop events. And it looks like on the node dragging start, what they have to do is they have to grab the node that they're hovered over, right? And once they grab that node that they're over as they're dragging, they hook into the drag over event of that source node. And then what they can do is when they're over it, they can do some logic here. Yeah, what's that look? I'm gonna uncomment that. But then now they can change the cursor type and things like that. And that's kind of a pain, actually. And actually looking at the node dragging start, they're also changing the drop not allowed cursor. So to give you an idea of what this does, this comment out changing out any of the templates that we're using for drag drop. And if we just see the defaults, actually, okay, so there's the default can't drag right there. Can't drag that. Nope. That's kind of ugly, isn't it? So in order to change that to say the black node, that's where we're on the node drag start, we're setting that drop not allowed template. Oh wait, I think there's code behind here. Yes, there is code behind here. Okay. I gotta be careful of the sample I'm looking at. Okay, let's try this again. I want to see all the default behavior first. All the default behavior. Oh, it's a hand. Okay, so the hand, you can drop X. So those are kind of ugly templates, right? So the first request was, hey, Brian, I want to be able to change those default templates more easily, because right now what they have to do is they have to do it in code behind, right? You'll have to go handle the node dragging start event, and then you have to set the template in code. So essentially, I mean, it's kind of a pain, right? Not only that, let's stop there. Let's just start with reviewing the feature of being able to change the default drag templates, right? So I'm gonna comment that out. Now, as you can see, my team added some new properties here to the xamDataTree control. So I'm just gonna type template, and hopefully we have the copy cursor template, drag cursor template, drop not allowed cursor template, and the move cursor template. So the drop not allowed cursor template, and they actually have a resource for me to use, right? So now if I run this, remember the default drag was the X, but now it looks like it's a black square. So that seems to work just fine. Now we have this hand. The hand isn't wonderful. I think that's the move template, so I'm just going to copy what they have here. Drag data template. Oh, where are these? Oh, here they are. So drop not allowed is a black template. The custom drag template is red. And the custom drag data template is green. Okay, I don't like these names at all. Let's do custom move. Cursor move. Let's rename it. Isn't that the name of the property we're trying to play with here? Move cursor template. That's what we're going to call that. Okay. So that's the move. Move will be green. So let's copy this here. So this is actually much nicer already. Custom move cursor template. Did I spell that? Oh, here we go. All right, so now we'll run this. And what I should get is... Ah, that didn't work, did it? But that did. Oh, wait, now it worked. Oh, wait, it... Hold on. Did you see that? That's the default. So black... The black is the drop not allowed template. Green is the move cursor. Okay. So now I'm moving green. Black, drop not allowed. Okay. That seems to work, but I did see a weird little bug here. We might have found... Aha! Now it works. Okay, so while reviewing this functionality, we did find a little tiny bug. Okay, so I'll need to record that. Ooh, I've never done this before. I'm streaming, so now I'm going to hit the record button so I can make a recording of this. So start recording. Oh, that worked. Stop recording. I think it's when it first loads. Start recording. What the heck? Now it's working? Really? I go to record it and now it's working? Reset. There we go. Okay. Stop recording. Got it. Okay, so we did find a small little bug there. Let me go back. I want to remove these two properties. Dan, hey, thanks for joining. What are we working on today? I am trying to catch up on some work. So everyone gets to watch me catch up on some work. So right now I'm doing an API review for some new API improvements for the xamDataTree control that I have to review and provide feedback. And I already found one little bug. Move, can't move, can't. Okay, so that works. So that worked as expected. So that's a bug. But if now it's fixed. Can move, can move. Okay, so this is good. Perfect. Okay. So I do like these new properties. We did find that one little issue. I'll submit that. But that's not a big deal. That should be an easy fix. I have to make sure that I'm not actually changing that code anywhere. Which I'm not. Nope, I'm not. Okay. So this is great. This is a great addition. We've added properties that you can set now to override those instead of relying on a code behind approach to set that. So we're going to delete that. Oh, wait. Actually, I'm going to leave that because we're not using this at all. Okay. Now, the next improvement was that you might have seen this when I went to the code behind is we added a new event called node drag over. Because right now, we have to use this drag drop behavior, a custom written behavior. Every customer has to write this every single time you're doing drag drop, because you'll have to hook into the dragging start, grab the node that you're hovered over by using this drag drop manager dot get drag source, right? Which, how you gonna know about that? Dan, do you mean Mr. MVVM wanted the controls to be more MVVM friendly? Something like that. Something like that. Okay, so once you use this static helper, which if anyone knows me, I really hate static like this. I really hate it. But because it's impossible to know. Like, how are you supposed to know this unless you, 1, see a sample, 2, read the docs, 3, bitch at support because you don't know how to do something and it's not intuitive, control's way too hard to use, and then they'll give you the answer, right? Well, once you use the static drag drop manager .get drag source, you'll grab the source that you're hovered over, you'll hook into that event, right? And then, Dan, bitch at support because you don't know how to read the docs. Something like that. Still, you know, the control should be somewhat intuitive, right? Like something like this. Drag drop should just kind of work. I'm just saying. For me personally, it should kind of work. Okay, so once you drag over that, you're going to hook into this event. And then as soon as it drops, now that you've hooked into the event, now that you've hooked into the event, here it is right here. Now you could provide your logic. In this case, we were changing the cursor template based on if you're using an alternate drag template. And I'm assuming if we go to our view model, yep, sample data. So we have a collection of data, right? And it has a property on it that we're checking. Okay. And then once you drop, so right here we hook into the node drag drop, you have to remove that event you added. Yeah, that kind of sucks, right? And actually, thinking about this, if you don't ever drop over it, hold on, let's think about how this is working. If I'm constantly dragging my mouse, I'm going to hit this multiple times. I'm going to have multiple event handlers added to this, right? So you kind of think you have to do something like this. Well, you'll have to see sender, right? You have to like var source equals sender as drag source or something like that, right? Because if you're constantly dragging over it, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Well, it does kind of matter because this means that if you don't drop over that element, you're not removing that event handler, which means you have a memory leak. And since this is the de facto way to do drag drop with this control, I'm assuming a ton of customers have this problem in their apps. But we have fixed this. This is the other API I have to review. Oh, he's using a name. Let's go to the code behind. Oh, right here. So we actually added our own event called node drag over. So that eliminates having to do this whole hook into the drag drop, grab the node you're over, hook into the node's drag over, do your code in the drag over event, in the drag drop event, then unhook the event, right? We got rid of all that crap. Now we have a simple single event you can handle, and we'll handle removing all the event handlers. So let's comment this back here. Hold on, I changed the name of these, didn't I? Custom drag data template. Yeah, That's what I called it right there. Okay, so if we're using an alternate drag template, it's going to be red. Okay. So let's make sure this works. And did I remove? No, I didn't. Let me delete this behavior because this behavior should no longer be needed. Should no longer be needed. Okay, so I'm looking for green is good, black, green, red. Hold on. That doesn't look right to me though. Right? Node 0. For con, yes, long vacations. This doesn't seem to be looking right to me. I'm going to output. Let's do console or console.writeLine. I want to know for con, what are we up to? I am trying to catch up on some work. I'm way behind, my friend. So we're doing an API review on some new properties and events that have been added. And I am just trying to validate their functionality before I give the team the thumbs up. So let's go ahead and what are we doing? What are we checking? Oh. Drop data dot use drag alternate. All right, I want to actually let's do this. Whoops. Sorry. Like I said, it's been a while. It's been a while. Drop data dot label, right? Is we'll do this. Okay. Because I want to know why that's kind of switching. Let's go clear that. Okay, true. This is weird. Because the position of the drop cursor, this little animation, like you see that line, it doesn't really change. But it's saying the node. Oh! I get it. Because here I'm on node 2. Come up a little bit. I'm on node 1. I'm on node 1, but the line didn't change its location. Okay. All right. So I don't know if that's a bug or not, honestly. Because it has to do with where my mouse is at. So I think the event works. I think the event does work as expected. However, I'm not sure I'm happy with the logic that positions the drop. Okay, so node 0. I want to be node 1. But here, it's 2. But I'm under node 1 right now. Interesting. Okay. That might be a separate issue. I don't know if I'm happy with that behavior, but this looks good. Okay, this looks good. So I'm going to sign off on this new event. Looks good to me. Those new properties are great. We did have that one little bug that I will tell them about that they can fix. And that will be good to me. Yeah, Dan. Looks like a bug, doesn't it? A little bit. Because if I'm under that, I think the logic for placing that line is not right. So I think we inadvertently found another bug while reviewing that specific feature. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to go through some Prism issues that were submitted while I was gone. So let's go ahead and look at some of these. Okay, what's this iDialog aware enhancement? What is this? Dan, 99 bugs on the wall, take one down, pass it around, 100 bugs on the wall. Something like that, right? Something like that. Okay, so someone submitted a enhancement request for iDialog aware. What are they trying to do? We're displaying a dialog with child regions. Okay. The view model of the dialog implementing iDialog gets on dialog open. Yeah, it does. It gets called before the view models of the child regions are created. Yes, that's true. That's how it works. The dialog is created first, and then your region, which may or may not have a view in it when it's first shown. Because there's no elegant / straightforward way to pass on dialog parameters to the view models of the child regions. Okay. So have the iDialog aware on dialog open could be called after the view models of all child regions have been created. Impossible. Cannot happen. For a massive number of reasons. The most obvious being that the dialog will not know when your regions have views in them. Like, we don't know when that's going to happen. We also don't know how many regions there are. We don't know where they are. We don't know if you have a region within a region within a region, right? Like, this is just impossible. Not going to happen. Add a new method to iDialog aware that is called when the dialog is ready to be displayed and all the view models initialized. Once again, impossible. The iDialog aware view model, the dialog service in general, does not know and will not know when the view models of any dynamically generated child views that are injected to a region have been created, initialized, and set to the data context of that child view. It's not going to happen. So this is not possible. So what should I say? This is not possible. Actually, I'll be a little nicer about it. Unfortunately, if I can spell. Apparently, I forgot how to spell on vacation as well. This is not possible. The dialog will never know how many regions you have if or when those regions have views in them, or if the view models of the views within those regions have been created and assigned to the data context of those views. In this case, you may want to consider passing your parameters using another method, such as the region context. Or another way to do this, Dan, when you copy the stream to YouTube, you should link to the stream. Oh, you mean, yeah, so I archive all my streams on YouTube. Well, you're saying actually put a link to my stream in YouTube. I think I do that in the description. I think I do that, Dan. I think that's in the description. Oh, in the issue. Oh, gotcha. Good idea. Good idea, actually. Okay, so, oh yeah. Another way to do this, have the iDialog aware VM, they mean to put a comma there, perform the navigation to the region in the what is it, on dialog open? Something like that. And pass the parameters forward. Yeah, on dialog opened. I think that's what it is. Yep, on dialog open. Okay, good. Close. Yeah, ooh, I misspelled that too. Hold on. Edit. Okay. That makes sense. Essentially what I'm saying is, so when you show a dialog with the dialog service, on dialog opened does fire. Okay. Now, if your dialog view, the view you're hosting in this dialog window, has a region that you're navigating to, well, in the on dialog opened, this is where you would call region manager.region name, my region, you know, navigate, request navigate, and use the parameters passed in the on dialog opened method as well. So you'll get those parameters from the on dialog opened. In that method, take those parameters you just got and then navigate to your region passing those parameters. That's how you would get it. Okay. What's next? What's next? Best practices async. Oh, wait. Oh, Lord. Async command. Not gonna happen. This has already been discussed in other threads. And although Dan disagrees, Prism has no plans to add an async command. There are already a number of async command implementations available freely on GitHub and NuGet. Yes, I know Dan does not agree with this, but I am not going. Oh, and Dan already implemented an async friendly command in prism.forms and extended. So look in the comment. So you can add the NuGet package, prism.forms.extended. He has his own little package for that he copied someone else's implementation and put it in there. So at Dan Siegel has actually already created an async command you can use as well in his prism.forms.extended package on NuGet. Boom. So now you may be saying, you know, Brian, why do you feel so strongly about this? Well, for one, commands are not async by nature. Period. The iCommand interface is not task-based at all. So when you click that button in the UI, I'm sorry, you're not doing anything special async. It's this async command thing, it's a trick. It's all it is. It helps you implement your async await code in a command to where you don't have to have async void. Because people hate async void for all these other reasons. But you have to keep in mind that the iCommand, execute, can execute, those methods are event handlers. They should be seen as an event handler. And in that case, it will be async void. When you do an async command, it's not an async command. It's not acting like you think it acts, right? Because when you click that button, that UI control is not awaiting the call of that command. Now, if the framework added an iCommand async interface instead of just iCommand, that might be a different story. But that's not how it is right now. And another big confusion around async await is just because you're async await doesn't mean you're multi-threaded at all. It's just async await, I kind of wish was never invented. Yes, before multi-threading was a major pain in the butt, but at least you had to know what the hell you were doing to use it. Now you could just throw async await and think you're doing asynchronous stuff when you're not understanding how all the threads bubble up, which synchronization context you're on. Like it's, oh my gosh, I swear. Async await, the bane of my existence. Okay, anyways, let's move on. Next. Okay, what's this? Housekeeping, yeah, that's us. Prevent, that's us. Remove iPlatform navigation, that's us. Enhancement. Ooh, another enhancement. Let's look at this one. Okay. Plugin module built with Prism. Running inside a host application will crash when trying to show a dialog using iDialogService.show. This happens because, in this scenario, the application object of the hosting environment is null. Yes, I see right here. We're doing application.current.windows. So we're assuming you're in a WPF application here. However, if you're not in a WPF application trying to use this, then yes, that's a good point. This is a great point. And actually, we should probably check if the application is null as well in this code. So it doesn't blow up, right? So suggestion, what's the suggestion? Usually it's possible to get at least the pointer with the handle of the main window of the host application. It'd be nice to have the possibility to inject this into the dialog service. So what are they suggesting? Adding a new interface, iWindow owner provider with a pointer. And then inject that. And then use that in the configured dialog. I'm not sure I like that at all, actually. Oh, I have another solution. Here's a comment. Another solution could be for the dialog service.show dialog to have another optional endpoint or parameter to pass to the owner. That will definitely not happen. So using this in a plug, hold on. Let me open up. Let's go ahead and let's implement this. Last fetched, December 16th. I didn't fetch that on December 16th. Oh, maybe I did. There are a lot of changes. So I took vacation. Apparently Dan didn't because there was 29 changes there. Let's create a new branch. We'll call this 1982. How about issue 1982. Okay. And let's just open up Prism, shall we? Let's go ahead and implement a solution to this. Yes, Dan, I like the concept. I think it should be important that you can kind of manipulate those types of things, but I don't like the implementation. For one, I don't want to add dependencies such as new interfaces and things like that for a scenario that may not be as common, actually is not that common, right? But we don't want to block you, okay? Dan, I went skiing, then did a road trip to the Grand Canyon. I just write code in my sleep. Well, I didn't even write code in my sleep at all. Okay, so let's look at our dialog service. What can we do here? So the offending code is definitely here. Whoops, not there. So we could do that, right? First thing, we don't want to throw if the current application, let's not do this. However, I definitely don't want to add any type of pointer parameter for a window owner here. The scenario is not common by any means. So that's not going to happen. And I don't want to create a new interface for this. What I will do is I will do this. Whoops, if I can spell. I will make this virtual. I will make this virtual as well. I will make all of these virtual. Okay, let's see. Won't do that. Yes, yes, it can be protected. Thanks, Dan. I don't know what I was thinking there. Thank you. See, you don't code for 2.5 weeks and you forget how to code, like straight up. You just forget. So what this will do is this will allow someone to derive from this dialog service implementation, right? And override these methods. So this person can override configure dialog window properties and then call base, which is fine. This should not get called because if it's null, it's fine. We're not gonna try to do anything with it, right? And then they can add their code for their pointer here. So that should fix the problem, and it's even better because we don't have to change the API. We don't have to add any new classes. Nothing. So create dialog window. Someone might want to do something special here. Yeah, you definitely might want to do something with the window content. Events. Okay, I think I got them all. Hey, that's a quick fix. I like that one. Made methods virtual so they can be overrated. Oh, no. I don't need to say that. Just there we go. Commit. Publish. Branch. Create a pull request. Okay. What do I want to call this? Bugs fixed. This is definitely where this is going to go. Whoops. 1982. What's that, Dan? Add fixes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Description of changed. Made methods. And the dialog service .cs class virtual, so they can be customized per the developer requirements. Okay. Crap. Am I gonna have to list all those? I didn't add anything. Bugs fixed. I guess I could do this. Copy paste. Copy paste. I think we changed 4 of them. Actually, let me drag this to another window over here. So I can just do a little easier copy-paste job. Boom. Okay. Got that. Behavior changes. None. Rebase, sure. Definitely. Does this have tests? I don't know if I've written tests for this yet. Probably not. I believe you just put the issue number, do the fixes, and it closes. Well, we'll find out. Dialog service methods. No, not I. Nope. Dialog service. .cs methods made virtual. This is for WPF. That's not a find out factoid. Okay, this looks good. Looks good. Create pull request. Okay. So now we can go back here. I'm going to refresh that because we should actually see that here. I have submitted a PR to make the methods virtual. This will allow you to modify the implementation. Whoops. To provide your own logic. I'm just going to close it anyways. There. And then whenever this pull request passes our CI build, then, yeah. That will be good. We'll merge that. Okay, let's see. Oh, hold on. Ooh, Brian. Hold on. Where is it? Here. I almost forgot the most important part. Release notes. Okay, this was 1982. Dialog support for plugin environment. There we go. Okay. Release note added. So in case everyone was wondering how we keep track of all the things we do for a Prism release, this is how we do it. Are we still doing that? You know, all my CI releases just take the actual commits, right? Oh my God. Yeah, we're still doing this. For Con, when is the new version of Prism coming? Whenever we get to it. Whenever we get to it. So the important thing to realize about Prism and how we manage this is we do it in our free time. This is not a professional product. It has no backing from companies. We do not have release schedules. We don't have release dates. We just work on it when we have time, and we release it when we have time. That's all there is to it. But the good news is we've actually made some changes. So a lot of you may know that all of our CI builds go to MyGit. Well, we're actually changing this to where you can actually use our GitHub repo, or we're publishing the packages directly. So you can use this for CI builds now. This is where we're going to start putting all our CI builds. Yes, Dan. We are open to corporate sponsors. That is faux show. Actually, what is it? is it like github.com/ yeah. So for example, here's my sponsor page, right? If you ever used Prism or use it, consider sponsoring us. I mean, $1 a month, right? I mean, that's nothing. $1 a month. I mean, come on. Can you guys spare $1 a month to help support all the work we do, the streaming, the samples, the docs, the IDE tools, the support on Slack, on Twitter, the YouTube videos, like all the stuff we do? Do you think $1 a month is worth that to you? $5 a month? You know, buy us a drink a month. 1 drink a month. $10 a month. Get a lunch. It'd be great if I could have some lunch. That'd be wonderful. But we do have some corporate level sponsors. So if your company, and I know there's a lot of companies out there, a lot of companies that use Prism. And we're talking companies that make billions of dollars in profit a year. I know because I go on site and train these companies. And they use Prism as the core of their application infrastructure across the entire company. And yet they give nothing. However, if you're a CEO, president, manager, someone with purchasing power, I highly suggest that you help sponsor the project you depend so much on. It's very important. But yeah, I mean, heck, $5,000 a month, I might quit my job and work on this full time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so we do have sponsors. Dan also has his own level of sponsorship. Pretty similar to mine. I have $1 in there. But yeah, 5, 10, 25, 50, 100, 250, 1,000, 3,000, 6,000. These are for the corporate companies that make all that money. Yes, Mr. Newman, the GitHub sponsorship and Patreon, they're unrelated. They're not tied together, right? That's completely different stuff. The sponsorships for GitHub did not exist when we did Patreon, and so now we're kind of encouraging people to do the GitHub sponsorships. It's easier for us to tie any of your sponsorships to our actual repos, right? Like we can give you like little badges. I don't know how to do this. Dan knows how to do this apparently. But like give you a badge and we'll know, oh yeah, he's a sponsor. We'll give him VIP access to this or priority support for the GitHub issue or whatever it is. So Dan's saying it's a total pain in the ass to consume from GitHub as you need a PAT. A PAT? What do you mean a PAT? Don't abbreviate. I just came back from vacation. My brain is not working right now. For Khan, I'm writing a product in Prism for some time now. Pray whenever I could launch it. I promise to sponsor for sure. Cool. We'll appreciate anything. Anything. Like I said, $1 a month. It really does go a long way. So think about this. Oh man, I forgot how many downloads. We have over 6 million, or is it 8 million? 6 million? 8 million? We'll say 6 million downloads. If Dan and I just had $1 for each one of those, I mean, come on. That'd be ridiculous. And that's just $1. Just $1. Okay, let's go back to issues. Oh, personal access token, PAT, personal access token, okay. I only have 30 minutes because I have a meeting. So what else can we do in those 30 minutes? Add missing XML docs. I don't want to do that. Add UI test for Xamarin Forms. Dan, I thought you were working on this. Yes, Dan. Dan would be on a beach drinking margaritas with $1 a download. We both would, my friend. We would be able to hire people full-time to just do docs and samples and go to events for us. Dude, just think, $1 a download, my God. Remove iPlatform navigation. I mean, I could do this, but I only have 30 minutes left, so I'm not sure if I should start. I mean, I guess I could start. Let me look at my notifications here. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, I'm going to ignore these. I'm going to ignore those. Okay, we got some samples here. Oh, Dan, you have already done it. It's in a local branch. Haven't put... Oh, sweet. Thank you, Dan. One less thing I have to do. Awesome. Okay. So... I know about this. I know about that. Gesture inside collection view. Yep, I know about that one too. Close that one. Close this one. I know about that one. We just saw this one. What is this? It's closed, but I don't know if I know this one. Oh, I do remember this one actually. Yep, okay. Don't need that one. Enhancement boilerplate code. Oh, okay. Got it. Cool. Well, that wasn't so bad. Support for forms. What is this? Oh, awesome. Okay. So for those of you watching, you may be wondering when we're getting support in Xamarin Forms for the new shell. Well, as you can see, Dan will be streaming on Twitch with Pureween on Thursday afternoon to look into this. And so, 2 p.m. Pacific, so that's 3 p.m. my time, he will be streaming. I don't know if he'll be streaming actually implementing it or just talking about what needs to happen from the Xamarin Forms side to actually support this effort. So you might want to mark your calendars for this one. Okay, this might be kind of cool. So okay, oh, Shane and I will be going over his enhancements to see if it fixes everything we need. Okay, awesome. So I guess in this stream, you're going to find out if we're no longer blocked. Because if you see here, support for Xamarin Forms shell, we are blocked by the platform. So let's see if we are unblocked. So mark your calendars for Thursday, 2 p.m. Pacific. And you'll get the answer to that question. Copperbeardy, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Okay, let's go back to my notifications. Contoso cookbook for WPF? Nope. No plans. Okay. Well, that was easy. Okay, what's this? Oh, so a lot of you may or may not know I am also on the behaviors team. Dan, but will you take a PR for it? I'm not sure. Honestly, Dan, I'm not sure if I'd take a PR for it. Having to review a PR for an entire application. Okay. As I was saying, I'm also on the behaviors team for both UWP and WPF, but of course I spend all my time on the WPF side of things. Yes, Dan, exactly. So, Dan, you may not know this, but all those samples that were added to Prism, actually, let's just go to it. For Xamarin Forms, these all started out as empty projects. And Dan had a great idea because what this did was it set a standard for the structure of these apps so they're all the same. So you're not getting, just completely different structured applications for samples. Because the important thing about samples is that everything's done in a consistent way. Concepts build on one another. Excuse me. To make it easier to understand the content of these samples. So Dan did an awesome job. He created a template that he used to create all these samples, and now they're all the same. They're all structured the same. You can look at all these and all the files can be located in the same place. All the icons, everything's going to be the exact same across all of them, and it's a tremendous help. And so when you think about getting a sample from the public for an entire application, whew, that could be tough. I mean, don't get me wrong, we love PRs. But I don't know, that could take a lot of time to review that, and go back and forth and change, and I don't know. I don't know. Okay, what do we got here? Man, Dan, you are an animal. Closed. Like it. Look at this. PR merged. Yeah, Dan points out, especially for Xamarin Forms, where you may or may not get a UWP head, and then you get Android and iOS. Total pain in the ass. Yes. Close, close. Oh, Dan, man, you killed it while I was on vacation. Look at all these samples you knocked out. Reviewed all those bad boys. Hey, what's this? I don't remember this one. Oh, okay. Okay, that was closed. Looks like we have an open PR here. But I'm pretty sure I saw you, Dan, responding to a lot of these, so I'm gonna assume you already have, yeah, 6 comments, 4 comments, 15. Yeah, I'm gonna assume you have all that figured out in here. Cool. Okay, so 320 notifications just solved like that. Love it. Okay, so I think, what time is it? Oh, 11:02. I have like 20 minutes before I have to get ready for my next meeting. Dan, I need to update my review on the new one. The other 2 are still pending updates. Gotcha. And I could see we're building. So nothing broke while I was gone. So that's awesome. Is there anything else we can knock out in like 20 minutes? You already have this one. Dude, run the Sandbox app for forums. Oh my gosh. Mr. Jeff Fritz is rating me with a party of 64. Now, normally I get inundated with all these notifications, emojis, because Jeff just, he goes crazy with it. When he brings a party, he brings a party. All right. Run the Sandbox app for forums. Actually, can I run the Sandbox app? Let's look. Okay, I'm going to close this. Actually, before I close this, I want to make sure that our PR built. We have a green check. We didn't break anything. Woohoo! Let's merge this. Dropping the love. I appreciate it, Mr. Fritz. Thank you. You have tons of love to give, my friend. All right. PR merged. Now, for anyone wanting to play with that new feature, it should be available in about 20 minutes once the CI build is completed and all our NuGet packages are uploaded here in our packages. Which, Dan, do you know... Actually, I'll look. We probably didn't update the README for... Nope, we didn't. Okay, we'll have to update the README on how to add the NuGet package feed for GitHub, right? Because you can do that, right? Let's look. 8 packages. Let's say I'm going to use Prism Unity Forms. Install from the command line. Yeah, but where's my... How do you add that? Oh, is this it? Right here? So it'll be NuGet.package.github.com / was it Prism library? Is that what it? Oh, Dan, he got it. He's got it. So let's do this. I'll update the README right now. What? What is this, Dan? Will everyone have to have this? Will everyone have to have... That's going to suck. Go back to the docs. Okay. You need access token to publish, install, and delete packages in GitHub Packages. You need an access token. You can use a personal access token to authenticate your username directly with GitHub Packages or the GitHub API. Ugh. Yes, Dan, that is a pain in the ass. I don't know if we want to do this, Dan. We might want to keep these on MyGit. Because that is the path of least resistance. That's going to really suck. If people want to use NuGet packages of our CI builds, let's just keep them on MyGit. Yeah, right now we're publishing to both places. But yeah, that kind of blows. You have to create an access token for that. Okay. So what's... So if we go back to the README... It's MyGit. Right there. Yeah. MyGit.org. Was it packages / Prism? Wait. I forgot. It's been so long since I've been here. I tell you, man, I go on vacation. I forget everything. Okay, that's not it. Oh, let me search for it. Hey. Hey, where's the search? What the heck? Well, that kind of blows. That doesn't do me any good. I thought it was /packages. That's not it. Can you not search MyGit? Really? Oh, gallery. Ugh. Okay, here we go. Yeah, 7 minutes ago. So we already have our CI build live from that PR merge. Perfect. Okay, looks good. And I actually better bookmark this. We'll go MyGit, Prism library. This is going to go under Prism. There. Now I don't have to remember. Oh, Dan says the 7 minutes ago might be the PR I merged while you were streaming. Possibly. Possibly. Let's do a refresh. I don't think I'm building anymore. Succeeded. Okay. Oh, what was I supposed to do? I was going to do something, but I got raided and I totally forgot what that was going to be. I was in the process of doing something. Oh, right, right. I was going to close this because we are done with that branch. I'm going to actually delete this branch. I don't need it anymore. We're back to master. Bring down some changes. Okay, got that. Yeah, Prism.form sandbox. Hello world. That's WPF. Here we go. However, Yes, okay. I have the latest. Let's see if I can run this. Or if it's going to be completely busted. Let's rebuild. Actually, build. Okay, so Dan says he's made a lot of changes to the Xamarin Forms sandbox application. I got a build, so that's positive. Normally when Dan says he changed something, I break. So I'm going to... Okay. I am going to use this device to run my Android applications. I don't like to use the emulator because the emulator is so stupid slow. It's annoying. And the way I'm going to mirror that device is I'm going to use an app called Visor. And so Visor is pretty cool. So here is my device, right? It's going to mirror, you can see on my screen versus my camera here, exactly what I do. This is basically the device being displayed or projected onto my computer. Okay. So now I should be able to say, yeah, that's my Google Nexus 7. Let's run this and see what happens. Let's see how long it takes to actually deploy this. What kind of changes did you make, my friend? I can kind of guess. I have a guess. Because I know you like those big, like, sample browser type applications and the like apps that show off features. I bet you kind of did something like that. Just a guess. I'm sure it's beautiful, though. I'm sure it's beautiful. Come on. Oh, here we go. Deploying. Oh, I'm getting excited. Drum roll. You did post a screenshot in the team chat while you were on vacation playing video games. Oh. Well, I don't need to see that because I'm about to see it live right now. I think. I mean, it's taking a while to deploy. Taking a long time to deploy. And yes, I played a crap ton of video games. So my wife went on vacation as well. Right? Uh-oh. What was that? Oh, look at that icon. Looks low. Is that low? Is that centered? Doesn't look centered to me. That looks a little low. All right. All right. What the heck? View A, view B. Okay. Main page. Well, you must have something going on because I should not see this right now. That did not slide away. Let me look at your master detail page. Master detail, where are you? I have a feeling. Yep, this is it. If it's not equal to phone, it's staying presented. That's what I thought. Now, is a Nexus... This is not a phone. The tablet. Where's my... Oh, there it is. So it stays presented after I navigate, say, view A. Right? I have to swipe that away. Nav modal. Okay, nav modal. Modules, dialogue demo. Hey, I want to see your new dialogue demo. What's this? Did I click dialogue demo? Hold on. We have an exception here. Dialogue demo. So Dan made more changes around being able to break things up so we could test different feature sets. Yeah, well, we have a problem. Well, your dialogue demo is broken. No page has been registered with the provided key. Oh. I see what you did. Well, what you need to do is I would modify this to have these grayed out unless the modules have been loaded. So there's the dialogue. You just loaded the page dialogue service module. Woohoo! So let's dialogue demo. Get off! I use there. That's pretty cool. Multi-parameter. Blah, 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 blah. Nice. Good job, Dan. This looks pretty good. Not bad at all. And so, yeah, we know. I think the Nexus 7 is actually a tablet. So, actually, let's do this. There. There we go. Fixed it. I got tired of that being presented the whole time. So we'll just make it not present. And I actually left the menu intact on purpose so you see the error if it's not blocked. Oh, not loaded. Why did I say blocked? Not loaded. There we go. Not bad. This looks pretty good. All right. Good job, Dan. I guess if everyone wants to see that or download that sample. Whoops, I don't even know where I'm going anymore. It is under the sandbox folder, Xamarin Hello World. I will post this in the chat so everyone can go grab it and play with it. That's for Xamarin Forms. The sandbox for WPF is not that wonderful. Hey, Cloudhawk! Thanks for the follow. How's the weather up there? No? No? Not good? Oh my goodness. All right. So I have a meeting in 10 minutes. I don't see any issues that we can fix in 10 minutes, especially all these. Look at all these issues. We are blocked by the Xamarin Forms platform. Blocked, 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 blocked. And it's a little frustrating because 2 of these are actual bugs. And, wait. Here it is. Right there. But they're not fixing these things, and it's freaking annoying. Even though people are like, oh yeah, we all have this issue. We're having problems. We're having problems. You should talk to Shane, Dan. Dan, when you're streaming with Shane, bring these up. We got 2 of these that haven't been fixed or even looked at since April 2018. Yeah. Why are you frustrated? You only reported them 2 years ago. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. All right, everyone. Unfortunately, I had to cut this one short today because of work. Ugh. Freaking work. Who wants to work? No, I actually love my job. My job's awesome. I can't complain. Working at Infragistics freaking rules. And I hope I can retire here because it's a freaking awesome company to work for. But yes. However, being on vacation for 2.5 weeks does mean I have a ton of emails, a ton of tasks, and a ton of meetings to catch up. Because obviously, I'm not the only one that was on vacation. Basically, the whole company's on vacation. So we got to meet, we got to sync, we got to get our plans together, our roadmaps, what are we working on, where are we at with our task before we went on vacation. You know, I got to figure out where our Blazor stuff is, right? We're writing Blazor components. I got to check out where we're at with those. Yeah, man, a lot of work to do. A lot of fun, though. So I have to go. Thank you very much for joining me today. I know it was short. I apologize for that. But you know what? I got to pay the bills. So Thursday, same time, same place, 10 a.m. Mountain. I will be back online, and I should be available for my full 2 hours. So that will be fun. Thank you once again, everyone, for joining me, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.